All right, before we dig too much deeper into our GIS life, and before we hop into the labs, let's talk about some key tips about using GIS and just making it through what's to come. The lab documents that we have set up are very thorough. There are lots of help documents. There's lots of assistance out there in the great wide world on how to do GIS. Let's talk a little bit about how to work through that, because there is an aspect of having too much help sometimes. So, key GIS tips, go through a few here before we run off to the labs. So, take the time to read, understand, and follow directions that come with tools. That doesn't mean just the labs. I'm not just harping on this so that if you're doing the labs along with us, and if you're enrolled in the course that, you listen to the instructions and so on, that's important. But the tools themselves, the structures themselves, the methods and the operations of whatever GIS thing you're doing also come with tips and tricks and insert this data here and insert this parameter there. Take a minute to read it. There are tons of help tips, tons of help documents that will make your life easier. The other great thing about GIS being for everyone and everywhere is that someone's had your problem before. Almost guarantee it. They've also probably posted about it on the internet. And a Google search is your best friend if no one else is around to help. You're never alone doing GIS. Someone else is out there who has had your issue or had your problem. Even if you can't describe it perfectly, throw it in Google. There's lots of great resources out there. Some success tips. Organization, first and foremost. You're going to create a lot of data. You're going to work with a lot of similar files. And you serve yourself now, and you serve future self by keeping things organized. So when you make a file, don't just use the default names. Every once in a while, the default names are helpful. Often they are not. When you are saving your documents, I'll just call it my project 1, my project 2. It's not going to work. Keep notes, keep things organized, keep a log of interesting or fun analysis tools when you get there. It'll be great. Keep yourself organized. Second, try not to get frustrated. GIS won't work sometimes. GIS will break sometimes. GIS will not work and then break and then pretend it's working and then break again. It's part of how it goes. It can be very easy and to feel overwhelmed, to feel rushed, to feel out of control maybe when using GIS. It's part of the ride. Save your work. Plan for a lot of time to get your stuff done. Use Google if the Arc Help is failing you. Use the Arc Help if Google's failing you. And ask questions. Comment on a YouTube video. Post to a forum. Send an email. All of these things work out for doing GIS. And finally, there are many paths to the same answer in GIS. And that's an important success thing to keep in mind. Because often one of the barriers that will pop up in doing GIS is that people think there's only one way to do it. And far more often than not, there are multiple ways. You can forge your path. You can ask different people and get different correct answers. That's another thing that pops up is that, I like to say, ask for help, ask questions. Well, what I might say is the way I would do it. You could ask someone else to get a different way of doing it. And we could very likely both be right. We could both be right with our solutions. That ambiguity you have to come to an understanding with as well. Go through the manuals, go through the error reports, go through all of these different components. If you're enrolled in the course, I'm available to help. TA is available to help. But probably not 24 hours a day. Throw a comment on a YouTube video. The creator's probably not going to respond in 5 minutes. So modulate, figure out the best way that works for you. Don't listen to Chuck Norris, back up your data. If you're enrolled in the course, fortunately, the data is all backed up on our Moodle page. If you're not enrolled in the course, the data is all backed up at the UMass library on our ScholarWorks webpage. Other data you might use, other data you might work with, might not be backed up someplace. So make sure you have copies, make sure you have backups, and make sure those data pieces are in like specific GIS folders. If you send a screenshot of something that's not working, I don't want to see what else is on your desktop. Let's lock it down before we go to the first lab. GIS is a lot of different ideas and conceptions. The way we think and do GIS varies greatly over our experiences, our backgrounds, and every other factor you can think of. How you interact and how you work with GIS will change over time. This is your first step into the world of GIS. You're going to grow and change with it as we go through this. And that's great. But everyone else who's doing GIS might have a completely different conception of what it is. So often you might find yourself explaining, oh, I do GIS. What's that? Oh, it's X, Y, and Z. Someone could easily say, oh, I do GIS, but it's A, B, and C. Keep a flexible and open mind, and your GIS will go just fine.